Joining us now on the broadcast is Senior Congress Leader Mr. D.K. Shivakumar. Sir, first I want you to reflect on what the court has said today. It's gone to a larger bench. But given the situation, would you first want to start with an appeal to all students to desist from any kind of protests so that the children can get back to their education, to their studies? Mr. Shivakumar.
See, as a Congress party president, we are very much worried on Karnataka. Today, the students all have been affected. Why? It is a big question. I appeal to all the students, please don't get to this trap of my BJP friends or Sangha Parivara friends. Don't be trapped. It is for small issues. Let us not change our minds. Your education is important. Your employment is important. Already unemployment has gone very high. In the COVID, we all have suffered. Your education has been suffered. You have not witnessed the schools. You have not witnessed the classes. The behavior of the child and the students have changed from past 2 years since they are sitting at home. So I appeal not only to the students, even to the parents. We should be very cautious in this effort. Karnataka is a developing state where the entire people of the world are looking at Bangalore and Karnataka. So maintain peace and order. Don't go to this religious issue. Religious is not the part of the students. In future you have, when you get your voting right, when you become big, you can take your own decision whomever you want. But we want you to be very calm, very peace, attend the class, not to involve, not to fall into the prey of my BJP friends.
Thank you very much for appealing
and whatever
for peace.
Today the court has said.
Thank you very much for appealing for peace, Mr. Shivakumar. Taking that further, would you also say that students should now not insist on wearing one thing or the other for the time being till the court hears the matter? They should just adhere to the uniform that the college prescribes in interest of peace.
Even myself, yesterday, I also appealed before the Chief Minister could take a decision. I had appealed to the Chief Minister, requested him, made a press conference that I asked him to, requested him to see that at least 1 week you should see that all the institutions will be closed till the court comes out with some decision and normalcy is there. Because we could see that colleges coming out like a battlefield. It is very unfair that in the young minds and the young hearts we are seeding this religious sentiment. See, whatever the status was there, I think we could have continued in the same way. But still, the government on 5th has changed the order which was been earlier. Before 5th of this month, there was a different circular, and again it has come out with a different order. Now the students and the parents, various organizations have gone to the court. Let us leave it to the court to take a decision. Our constitution is our Bhagavad Gita, our constitution is Bible, our constitution is Quran.
Most voices, and those from within the Muslim community, many women have said that educational institutions are not the place for religious markers, for religious outfit. Would you agree that all such religious markers like saffron turban, like a hijab, should be left out of schools, should be left out of colleges? The only thing that should be in schools is books and education.
See, we should only concentrate on education. Wearing what is wearing is left to the whatever the institutions are there, the managements are there. It is left to them which to allow them what has to be done. They have decided a prescribed. On a prescribed manner, let us all work together.
All right.
Well, let us not interfere. Being my political party, I don't want to interfere with that. The managements are there before anyone joining any institution. It is left. He knows that what is the curriculum of the institution, what is the fees of the institution, what is the dress code of the institution. It is left to them. Being a political party, we don't want to interfere with all that. The parents also have to be adhere to the rules and regulations of the institution. It is their bound duty. Because they have to look at the larger interest of their children. Their children education is very much important. In what environment the children will be studying is also important. So I think the parent and the child will take its own decision. So we we don't want ourselves or any government to involve in this issue, because the managements, they are doing their, either it is a government institution or a private institution. They have their own curriculum or their own circulars or own directions, whichever the society has given to them.
Absolutely. Follow the rules, focus on education, and if you've agreed to a uniform, stick to a uniform. Today, Priyanka Gandhi, the Congress General Secretary of your, the General Secretary of your party, today drew a lot of flack when she said that whether it be the hijab or the bikini or a burqa, it's about the choice of a woman. Many are saying that to talk about a hijab and burqa as choice at a time when women worldwide are fighting against it is to push women back by a century, is to ghettoize them. And this is a Shah Bano-like movement. What would you say?
See, she has set in a larger interest what the Indian society is looking at. See, in Gujarat, we see women with a different type of covering the face. In various places in North India, there are different places. South India, women look at different. In a cosmopolitan cities and towns, they have it different. We can't different. It is their right, whichever the constitution has been given. We can't question them. It is up to them how to behave, how to be that, to be a respectable citizens of this country. It is their choice. How can we interfere? In institution, there is a bar on various how they have to behave. It is left to the parent and the institution.
No, absolutely. What women wear is entirely their choice. But in principle, as the president of the Congress party in a very, very progressive state, which was known as the Silicon Valley, very cosmopolitan culture, in principle, do you think a face veil, whether it be a hijab, burqa, parda, ghungat, is it desirable in 21st century India? As a principle, where do you stand?
It is not, see, this is not the priority. The education of the children is important. The employment of the children is important. The future of the children is employment. They should be employees and they also should be the employer. Because we know that through India and all the Fortune 500 countries, our people from India have gone and they are controlling very big institution. That is the culture of India, the strength of India. So let us see that we respect our education values, what India has. Let us not change, let us not alter whatever is there. Let us all join together, work out together, to come out with a peace formula. Let our children not involved with all this.
That's a very noble call, sir. The reason why I ask you is because as these protests are spreading, we've seen posters being put up near girls' colleges saying, "Pehle hijab, phir kitab." In principle, isn't this pushing the country back by 1 century?
See, I am telling you why it has happened, what has happened. I think how the students have been supplied with various type of dress codes, how they supply their saffronization, how they have given this saffron flags, bringing out on a pole of a national flag with a different type of flag. This all is we have to bend our heads in shame.
Sir, are you saying that the hijab was in reaction to the saffron flags? Because the saffron flags came after. In fact, let me quote to you from a report that was filed on the 19th of January. And that report actually says that it was the campus front of India which first got involved in the Udupi government PU college. So, are you not then giving cover fire to outfits like the campus front and the PFI who are radicalizing?
See, I don't want to comment on any institutions or any other things or whether which do it. It is the duty of the government to control this type of situation. Let us all join together, whether who made a mistake, X, Y, Z. Let us not stop our blaming. Let us see it. Let us bring calm. Let our children study. Let them have a good education. Let them come out properly. Let them have their good future. Let us encourage for that.
But sir, would you not want to comment on the fact that this entire unrest is being blamed on the campus front of India trying to find a toehold? Let me quote again from the report where it says, in October 2021,
I don't want to say
a few Muslim students were seen with a campus front of India banner.
the government should have immediately intervened, stopped it, taken the situation out of control, taken action on those who have been involved, unnecessary creating problem. I think it would have stopped at that point of time.
Absolutely. The future of the country is in the hands of the children, and thank you very much again for putting out that very sensible appeal for peace. Let the school be a place for education and not for communal identity politics. Thank you very much, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, for having joined us on Times Now.